The streets are buzzing, the fans are screaming, and the internet is about to catch fire. Ice Spice and Summer Walker, two of the hottest names in music right now, have just dropped a bomb that nobody saw coming. Sources from the inner circle are whispering secrets that could shake the R&B and rap world to its core. Hidden messages, backstage confrontations, and private DMs leaked online hint at a feud that's been simmering for months, and now it's ready to explode. Social media is ablaze with clips of tense studio sessions, fiery performances, and cryptic posts that fans are dissecting like detectives. The energy is electric, the tension palpable. This isn't just drama. It's a full-blown street-level spectacle, and everyone wants a front-row seat. Insider sources reveal whispered fights over collaborations, power moves in the industry, and a rivalry that could redefine who runs the charts. Fans are picking sides, memes are spreading like wildfire, and every comment thread is a battlefield. From viral TikTok clips to late-night Twitter storms, this feud is dominating every platform. The question on everyone's lips: who will come out on top? And what shocking revelations are still buried behind the scenes? The stakes are higher than ever, reputations are on the line, and nothing is off limits. This is the moment the streets have been waiting for. The tension can't be contained, and you won't believe what's about to happen next. Buckle up, because Ice, Spice, and Summer Walker are about to leave the world stunned in. It's only getting started. The energy in the streets was electric, buzzing like a live wire ready to snap. Rumors had been circulating for weeks, whispers in the corners of the hottest clubs, backstage at sold-out shows, and in group chats of the music elite. Everyone knew Ice Spice and Summer Walker were rising stars, but nobody could have anticipated the storm that was about to hit. From the first leaked clip, the tension was undeniable. Ice Spice, usually cool and composed, had been sending shots in interviews that were subtle but cutting, while Summer Walker's social media had started to pulse with cryptic posts, each one dissected by fans and media alike. The world wasn't ready for what was about to unfold. Insiders revealed that it all started with a studio session that turned sour. Ice Spice, known for her unapologetic confidence, had clashed with Summer Walker over a track they were both rumored to work on. Sources say the argument wasn't just creative, it was personal. The two had been circling each other for months, each trying to outshine the other in the R&B and rap crossover space. Text messages leaked online showed a conversation that escalated from subtle jabs to full-blown threats. Fans went wild, screenshots circulating faster than wildfire, fueling a debate that seemed to split the entire fan base. Twitter was ablaze with hashtag #IceViaSummer and hashtag #HiddenFeud, each post dissecting every tone, every look, every lyric from previous tracks that suddenly seemed like subliminal shots fired across the industry. But it didn't stop there. Footage emerged from a recent performance where Spice threw a glance that some interpreted as a direct message to Summer Walker. Fans analyzed it frame by frame, noticing the tension in her eyes, the way she paused mid-verse, and the intensity that had never been there before. At the same time, Summer Walker was seen backstage gripping the mic tightly, whispering to her team. Her expressions a mix of disbelief and anger. One insider told us, "This isn't just a food eats a war, and nobody in the room has seen anything like it." The narrative only thickened when a leaked DM revealed Summer Walker calling out Ice Spice's fake vibes, while Ice responded with cryptic lyrics that could be interpreted as shots aimed directly at Summer. The lines were subtle, but fans and bloggers were relentless, pulling apart every syllable, every pause, every accentuated word. Each post sparked a new conversation, a new theory, a new set of reactions from celebrities, influencers, and street analysts alike. The streets were alive, buzzing with energy, debating who was in the right, who was manipulating the media, and who would come out on top. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, management teams scrambled. A source close to Ice Spice revealed, "She's focused. She knows the power of this moment. This isn't just music hits narrative control. Every move is calculated." On the flip side, Summer Walker's camp remained silent publicly, but sources say she was not backing down. Meetings were held, strategies devised, and even loyal fans were caught in the crossfire. Unsure whom to support as the drama escalated, social media reactions added fuel to the fire. Clips from live performances went viral, showing icy stares, subtle smirks, and moments of tension that could be interpreted in hundreds of ways. Memes, reactions, and heated comments poured in by the thousands. One viral clip showed Ice Spice performing a new verse that fans claimed was a direct diss at Summer Walker, while another showed Summer replying with lyrics that seemed like a calculated strike back. Every post, every story, every video was a weapon in this unspoken battle, and the stakes couldn't be higher. And just when everyone thought the feud had reached its peak, an anonymous source leaked an explosive recording of a conversation between two insiders that hinted at even deeper betrayals. They claimed there were issues over label favoritism, rumored backstabbing, and long-simmering resentment that the public had no idea about. The recording suggested that this wasn't just a clash of two stars, was a collision of two legacies. Two visions of the music industry, each unwilling to compromise. Each hungry for dominance, the fans couldn't get enough. Clips went viral within minutes, and hashtags trended globally. The feud was no longer just music. Gossip it was a phenomenon. Celebrities weighed in subtly, posting ambiguous comments on Instagram and Twitter that fueled speculation even more. Music blogs dissected every angle, from the lyrics to the facial expressions caught on camera. It seemed like every corner of the internet had taken a side, and the lines were drawn as the night progressed. The tension reached a breaking point. Ice Spice's camp released an exclusive behind-the-scenes clip from the studio, showing her intensity, her passion, and her focus. Meanwhile, Summer Walker's side countered with footage from her rehearsal, demonstrating resilience and fire. The world was watching, divided, obsessed, and unable to look away. The storm was far from over. Hidden texts, leaked clips, and fan theories ensured the feud was only escalating. As whispers grew louder, everyone knew that the next move could change the trajectory of both their careers forever. One thing was certain: the streets were alive with anticipation, and the world was holding its breath for the next explosive revelation. And just as the audience thought they had seen it all, a bombshell surfaced, a secret collaboration Ice Spice had been working on, rumored to involve a legendary R&B artist, potentially tipping the balance in her favor. Summer Walker's reaction remained a mystery, but insiders hinted it would be explosive. The streets were about to witness a showdown unlike anything they had ever seen, and nobody could predict who would emerge victorious. The stage was set. The players were ready, and the world was about to witness a battle where loyalty, power, and pride collided. The drama had only begun, and the stakes had never been higher. The tension didn't fade, it multiplied. Every corner of the internet was ablaze with speculation, clips, and fan breakdowns. The feud between Ice Spice and Summer Walker had escalated beyond whispers and leaked dims. It was no longer just a clash of stars. It was a full-blown spectacle, a battle that the streets were dissecting line by line, beat by beat. Insiders revealed that the energy backstage was electric, a powder keg ready to ignite at any moment. People close to both camps warned that one wrong move could spark chaos that would engulf the entire industry. The latest leak came in the form of a private studio session. A clip surfaced showing Ice Spice in full command of the room, her lyrics sharp, her delivery fierce. Every word seemed to hit like a bullet, and fans swore they could hear the underlying message directed at Summer Walker. Some lines were subtle, a masterclass in subliminal disses, but others were unmistakably direct. "She's not holding back," said one source, speaking under strict anonymity. Every verse, every look, every pause is a statement. She's asserting dominance, making it clear she won't be overshadowed. Meanwhile, Summer Walker wasn't staying quiet. Another clip leaked, this time from her rehearsal studio. She was delivering her own verses with fire, her team cheering her on as she spat bars that fans immediately dissected as retorts to Ice Spice's previous shots. Every note, every inflection, every punchline was a calculated strike. The energy in her camp was palpable. a mix of determination and righteous anger. An insider revealed Summer's been underestimated for too long. She's ready to reclaim her space, and she's not holding back. This is about respect, about legacy, and she's prepared to take the streets by storm. Social media chaos erupted. Fans began creating compilations, piecing together every moment, every clip, every cryptic post. Twitter exploded with hashtags like #IceVSummer, #HiddenFeud, and #R&B Showdown. Memes went viral. Reactions from influencers poured in, and the lines between fact and speculation blurred. Every post from either artist was analyzed to the nth degree, with fans theorizing about hidden meanings and secret disses. The streets were alive, a living, breathing entity feeding off the drama. Then came the bombshell an insider leaked an audio recording that changed the narrative entirely. The clip suggested there had been backstage manipulation, subtle attempts by certain label executives to pit the two artists against each other for views, clicks, and engagement. Some fans were outraged, calling it a manufactured feud, while others doubled down, convinced that the intensity, the raw emotion, and the history between the two women made the conflict unavoidable. The audio hinted at betrayals, secret alliances, and moments where loyalty had been tested, painting a picture of a high-stakes battlefield that the public had never seen before. But it wasn't just the music world that was reacting. Celebrities, influencers, and insiders weighed in, adding fuel to the fire. Some expressed shock at the subliminal disses in leaked verses, while others openly chose sides, posting cryptic messages that only added more speculation. The feud had become an entire ecosystem of gossip, each participant adding layers of intrigue and drama. Every story, every rumor, every reaction served to amplify the tension. The streets were alive with anticipation, and no one could predict the next move. The climax of the night came when a private event video surfaced, showing Ice Spice and Summer Walker in the same venue. They never exchanged words, but the body language told the entire story. Ice Spice was calm, calculated, projecting an air of invincibility, while Summer Walker's glare could have cut through steel. Fans immediately noticed subtle gestures, each sidelong glance, each pause, each not interpreting them as provocations, confirmations, and declarations of intent. The tension was so thick it could be felt through the screens, as if the battle had transcended the stage and reached the digital streets, infiltrating every social feed. Insiders claimed there were whispers of a confrontation that almost happened that night. Security had to step in multiple times to prevent an altercation, and the atmosphere backstage had become electric. One source revealed it was like a storm waiting to break. Everyone knew that if words escalated, it could get out of control in seconds. These women are not just talented, they're powerful, and nobody wants to be on the wrong side of their fire. Meanwhile, the fans continued to dissect every public interaction, every post from Ice Spice's Instagram, every subtle lyric in Summer Walker's SoundCloud drops was scrutinized for hidden meaning. The audience was hungry, almost addicted to the revelations. And the more the story unfolded, the deeper they dove into the mystery. Each leak, each viral clip created waves of reactions, drawing more attention to the feud. And just when everyone thought the situation had reached its peak, another twist hit. A confidential message surfaced from a supposed mutual collaborator, hinting at unreleased tracks that contained direct, explosive disses aimed at each other. According to the leak, these verses weren't meant to be heard publicly yet, but now they were, and the world could only imagine the level of tension in the studio when these songs were created. Fans began theorizing which lines were aimed at which moments in the feud, creating an endless cycle of analysis, speculation, and obsession. The streets were talking, the feeds were overflowing, and the stakes were sky high. Every move by Ice Spice and Summer Walker was magnified, dissected, and debated. Each leaked recording, each subtle look, each cryptic post fueled the narrative, turning a feud into a spectacle that no one could ignore. The intensity had reached a boiling point, and the world waited with bated breath for the next. explosive chapter in this ongoing battle. And just when it seemed the feud couldn't escalate further, a shocking revelation emerged. An unconfirmed insider claimed that an unreleased collaboration between Ice Spice and a legendary producer might tip the scales dramatically. The news spread like wildfire, leaving fans speculating on social media about whether Summer Walker had a secret ace up her sleeve to counter. The streets erupted with excitement, fear, and anticipational eyes were on these two stars, knowing that whatever happened next would be unforgettable. The tension, the chaos, the drama, it had all been building, and the world was on edge. One thing was certain: Ice Spice and Summer Walker had turned a clash into a cultural event. And the story was far from over. As whispers, leaks, and viral moments continued to circulate, everyone knew that the next bombshell could change the game entirely, and nobody could afford to look away. The heat of the feud reached unprecedented levels. Social media was ablaze, and the tension between Ice Spice and Summer Walker had become almost tangible. Fans weren't just observing, they were living it, dissecting every word, every look, every subtle gesture, like detectives trying to solve a high-stakes case. Twitter threads exploded, TikTok clips went viral, and Instagram stories were dissected frame by frame. The streets, the feeds, the entire music world, it was all consumed by the drama. Insiders revealed that the behind-the-scenes energy had become almost unbearable. Both camps were on edge, eyes constantly scanning, ears tuned for whispers, every interaction loaded with potential conflict. Security teams were reportedly working overtime to prevent confrontations at events. But despite the tension, both women were delivering their best performances yet. Ice Spice was hitting studio sessions with unmatched focus, crafting lyrics that were razor-sharp, subliminally loaded, and impossible to ignore. Every verse seemed designed to land blows while keeping her image untouchable. Meanwhile, Summer Walker's energy was electric, a mix of fury and determination. Sources claim she spent hours refining bars, practicing vocals, and preparing performances meant to respond to every single shot thrown her way. The drama escalated further when a leaked DM chain surfaced, allegedly between the two stars' teams. The messages were incendiary. Words like "we see you" and "don't underestimate us" sent shockwaves through the fan base. Analysts and gossip bloggers picked apart each line, attributing hidden meanings, double entendres, and cryptic warnings. The debate raged across platforms. Who was in the right? Who had the upper hand? And which diss track would dominate the charts? The feud had transcended normal celebrity conflict. It had become an elite cultural event, a spectacle people couldn't turn away from. Then came the turning point. A surprise public appearance at a major R&B awards show brought both Ice Spice and Summer Walker into the same arena. Cameras captured every subtle movement, sidelong glances, tense smiles, and micro-expressions that fans immediately interpreted as disses and power plays. The clips went viral within minutes. Every reaction, every social media post, every fan comment added fuel to the inferno. The world was watching, and nothing could dampen the anticipation for what would happen next. Amid the chaos, music insiders hinted at unreleased tracks. Both Ice Spice and Summer Walker reportedly had secret recordings poised to drop, each containing bars that could redefine the feud entirely. Rumors suggested collaborations with top producers, secret studio sessions, and verses crafted with surgical precision. The possibility of a musical showdown had fans speculating endlessly. The streets were on fire with predictions about who would strike hardest, which lyrics would dominate, and whether alliances with other artists could shift the balance. The story didn't stop there. Celebrities began reacting. R&B legends, hip-hop stars, and even pop icons chimed in, some taking sides, others offering cryptic commentary. Each post sparked fresh debates, new theories, and viral moments. The lines between reality and dramatization blurred. Insider leaks claimed that some industry executives had intentionally stoked the feud, manipulating public perception to maximize streams, clicks, and attention. Fans debated whether it was genuine rivalry or manufactured drama, but the intensity and emotional weight felt real enough to keep everyone hooked. Backstage footage leaked from a private listening party showed Ice Spice performing verses with lethal precision, her energy commanding the room. Summer Walker's team responded with equal fire, capturing moments of her rehearsing, eyes blazing, each line hitting like a lightning bolt. Observers noted subtle nods and reactions that hinted at the ongoing war. A silent battle of dominance fought in sweat, passion, and lyrics. The streets were dissecting these clips endlessly, sharing analysis videos, memes, and viral debates. As the weeks passed, the feud intensified. Every new track, every social media post, every interview added layers to the narrative. Ice Spice and Summer Walker became symbols of power, rebellion, and artistic authenticity. Fans were addicted, eagerly following leaks, reactions, and behind-the-scenes footage. Every revelation, every insider tip, every moment of tension kept the narrative alive. Rumors swirled of upcoming performances where one might directly challenge the other. And fans were speculating about epic duets, diss tracks, or public confrontations. The anticipation was almost unbearable. And then, in the ultimate twist, an anonymous source revealed that a surprise collaboration could be in the works. Both Ice Spice and Summer Walker were allegedly negotiating behind closed doors with a legendary producer for a track that would shake the industry. The fan base exploded. Could the feud be turned into a historic musical event? Or was this another manipulation to heighten drama? The suspense was unbearable, with fans glued to feeds, waiting for the next bombshell to drop. By this point, it was clear Ice Spice and Summer Walker had transformed a hidden feud into a defining cultural moment. It wasn't just music. It wasn't just entertainment. It was a phenomenon that captivated, terrified, and exhilarated the streets and social media alike. Every leaked message, every viral clip, every cryptic social media post added fuel to the fire, making it impossible to look away. And as the world held its breath, one truth remained undeniable. The battle between Ice Spice and Summer Walker wasn't just a feud, it was history in the making. Every glance, every verse, every unreleased track was part of a saga that fans would dissect for years. The streets were watching, the feeds were exploding, and the drama was unstoppable. No one knew what would happen next, and that uncertainty was exactly what made it irresistible. The war had reached its peak. But one thing was clear: Ice Spice and Summer Walker had rewritten the rules of celebrity feuds. The streets, the feeds, and the music world would never forget this explosive chapter. And with the anticipation for the next move higher than ever, everyone knew one thing: the storm wasn't over, and the world was powerless to turn away. You've witnessed the chaos, the tension, and the explosive drama unfold between Ice Spice and Summer Walker. And if you think this is the end, think again. What you just saw is only the tip of the iceberg. Behind the cameras, behind the leaked messages, behind every viral clip, there's a storm brewing that's bigger, hotter, and more intense than anything the music world has ever seen. And now, it's your turn to be part of the conversation. Don't scroll past this. Every like, every comment, every share fuels the fire. Fans are already debating who has the upper hand, dissecting every lyric, every glare, every subtle move. Your voice matters. Are you Team Ice Spice? Or are you riding with Summer Walker? The streets are watching and the feeds are on fire. This isn't just gossip, it's history being made in real time. And if you're not involved, you're missing the story that everyone will be talking about for months. Hit that subscribe button now, because the next chapter is coming fast, and trust Uso won't want to miss a single second. Turn on notifications so you're the first to see every leaked clip, every reaction, every shocking revelation. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Predict the next move, call out the boldest bars, or tell us who you think will strike hardest. Remember, this feud is more than music. It's power, loyalty, and everything in between. The world is watching Ice Spice and Summer Walker. And now, it's your moment to join the conversation. Engage, react, share, because this drama isn't waiting for anyone. The streets are talking, social media is exploding, and history is unfolding right in front of your eyes. Be part of it. Don't miss out. Act now. Act now.